about city and country, because today we're going to read a story that has to do with both things. But before we do that,
Mrs. Martin, can I stop you?
yeah.
Okay, do you remember how we read Pip yesterday?
Yeah.
And I told you
Pip.
that we were going to do a lesson with Pip today.
Yeah.
We're not. I changed the text we're going to use today. So we did read Pip yesterday, and we got to see Pip in the city. Mrs. Martin is going to actually introduce you to a book you haven't read yet, and we're going to use that as the text that we're using today. Can somebody tell me what text is again? What is text, Micah? The words we're reading, right? So the text we're using today is not going to be Pip. Mrs. Martin will introduce the text. Good job.
Friends, we will talk a little bit about Pip, because I want you to think about that story a little because of where Pip lived. But today we are going to read a new text. Friends, today I want to talk to you about something. One of the things that I want you to think about today is we are learning about how to find key details in text. Have you heard that before? Key details. Say that to me. Key details. Today, we are learning to find key details in events and compare them. Let's play my turn, your turn. I'm going to say it, and you're going to repeat after me. My turn. We are learning to find key details in events and compare them.
Mrs. Martin, this is called a comprehension strategy, right?
Yes. Well, this is our skill. This is our
it's a
comprehension skill.
So you guys, when we do read alouds and we're working on our strategies or comprehension strategies, like text connections has been a big strategy we've been working on, right? And then another big strategy we're working on is questions for understanding, like check for understanding. This is another skill, another strategy that you're gonna have to have in your tool belt to become a good reader. This is gonna keep coming up in first grade. So this is really important.
We're going to keep coming back to this. First graders, when I say this word key, do you think it's the key to unlock my house?
No.
This key means very important. What does it mean?
Very important.
That means I am looking for, and you're looking for, the very important details in the events. Readers, today in your story, the events in the story have to do with where people live. You guys have been talking all about that this week. So the events that we're going to look at and the key details that we're going to find are all about where people live. When I said earlier that we're going to compare them, that means we're going to look at what's the same and also what's different about those two key details in the events. We're going to do that today by naming those key details, and the author of our story does something really cool in helping us figure out what the key details are. And then we're going to be able to tell what is the same or different. I'm going to leave this last part of our learning hidden for a minute because the author does something else really cool, and we'll talk about it some. So, readers, today we're learning to find key details in events and compare them. Look at how they're the same and different, and we're going to name those details. So, let's do it. Are you ready? Okay. Go ahead and open your story, open your book to page 42. It's a story called I Live Here.
And it's going to be after
It's after Pip.
Mm-hmm. You read
After
Pip
Pip.
yesterday.
What is this one? Yeah. First graders, it looks like this. Do you see it? Yeah. Hey, now I told you earlier that the author does something really cool in this story to help us know and help us find what the key details are. What are key details again?
Olivia, what are key details again? Do you remember? It's not like the key in your house. Key detail means what? Carter, can you help her out? Something very important. Olivia, what does it mean? You guys, what do key details mean? Everybody make a very important stance like this. Say, something very important.
Something very important.
We're going to be like detectives today, and we're going to find something very important in our text, because that's what key details are.
Amazing. Readers, the author does two things here. And I'm going to tell you what they are because I really want you to be looking for them. You already think you know. You're going to be looking for them today as we read this text. Here's one thing the author does. The author repeats some words. That means he or she says them over and over again to help us focus on it. The other thing this author does is uses some bold print. What's bold print? I bet you've been talking about that before.
Does anybody know what bold print is? We haven't talked about it much. We haven't talked about it very much. Mercy Watson, which is what we've kind of been using as our mentor text for a while, doesn't have a lot of bold print. If you look at that page, just using your brains, okay, using your detective skills, do you maybe see something that is bold print, a word on Mrs. Martin's page that's in bold print? Reese, what is that? Oh, there's some highlights, and that has some bold. Yeah.
Anything else? I want you to look at your page. Do you see a word that looks like it's darker? A little darker than the other ones. Ooh, I see some fingers working.
Can you point to those
Do you
words?
see it? Point to it in there. Hey,
a word. I
that's
wanna
one of
see.
your vocabulary words this week that we just did this morning. That word country is bold. Do you notice how it's darker? The author is telling us that that word is important. They're using bold print to tell us about those key details that are very what?
Important.
Very important. So, hey, do you see another one on this green page?
Yeah.
Point to it. Point to the bold print. Ooh, this author was pretty clever, wasn't he or she? Put some bold print on there so we would know that it's very important. Hey, this one happens to be your other vocabulary word today that we just worked on. It's that word city. Do you see how it's darker? Bold print tells us to focus on it. It helps us find key details. That was our last learning success for today. We're going to be looking for words that you got it. Thanks, buddy. Amazing. We're going to be listening today and looking for our key details by listening for the author repeating some words over and over and looking at bold print to see if we can figure out what the key details are. And then we're going to talk about how those details are the same or different. Are you ready? Let's be listening for if the author repeats some things. I'd like to have your finger on the word I at the very top of your page. Yeah. And we're going to play a little echo. Do you have a question? It does. It has a C at the beginning that makes that sound because it's followed by that I, isn't it? All right, first graders, put your finger on I. I love that you recognize that. We're going to play echo. That means I'm going to read and then you're going to read. My turn first. I live here. Your turn.
I live here.
Ooh, move on down to that first line, starting with I. Let's echo again. I want you to listen for things that repeat. There we go. My turn. I live in the country. Your turn.
I live in a country.
My turn. I live in a house.
I live in a house.
Oh my gosh, did you hear anything that repeated? Did you? Oh, I see some hands. I see some hands. Keep it up here. Keep it up here. Let's move on. Let's move on. I'm really making you think this morning. My turn first. Not many people live near us.
Not many people live near us.
Let's keep going. I want you to listen for a repeat again. Here we go. My turn. I live in the city.
I live in the city.
I live in a big building.
I live in a big building.
Oh my gosh, did you hear it again? What did the author repeat? What did she say? Coming back to me in 3, 2, 1. What did the author repeat? Everybody, tell me.
I live in the...
Oh my gosh. Do you think that he or she must be telling us that that is a key detail? Something very important we need to pay attention to? I think so. Hey, there was someone that lived in the country and someone that lived in the city. Let's read that last line. My turn and then your turn. I need your finger on the word lots. Lots. Are you there? My turn. Lots of people live here.
Lots of people live here.
Ooh, let's continue on. I'm betting you're going to see again things that repeat. Hey, do you also notice here some bold print already when you turn the page? Yeah, those same 2 words, city and country. Ooh. Do you think we're going to look at how these things are the same and different? The author's telling us that, isn't he or she? Go ahead and put your finger on I. My turn first. I live in the country.
I live in the country.
I play in my yard.
I play in my yard.
Ooh, what word is bold and highlighted in that sentence, everybody?
Yard.
Yard. Do you think the author wants us to pay attention to that text feature of bold print there? They're telling us where they play. In the country, they're playing in the yard. Do you play in a yard? Interesting.
In the city
Okay. In the city too. Keep that in your mind. You're thinking. Oh my gosh, let's keep reading. It's going to tell us some more. I'm going to start with my finger on lots. Yours should be there too. My turn first. Lots of kids play with me.
Lots of kids play with me.
Let's continue on. I want you to be listening for repeating again. My turn, your turn. I live in the city.
I live in the city.
I play in the playground.
I play in the playground.
Lots of kids play with me.
Lots of kids play with me.
You guys, did you hear the author repeat some things this time?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Our friend over here said, you can play in a yard in the city or the country. Listen, did he say that you can play in both places?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And do you play with lots of kids in both of those places?
Yes.
Oh, holy cow. You guys, we're naming some details. We're also talking about already what's the same and different. Let's turn the page. This author is doing a pretty good job, don't you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Kinda. Here we go. My finger's on I. Make your finger there. My finger's on I. Make your finger there. Here we go. My turn, your turn. I live in the country.
I live in the country.
My school is far away.
My school is far away.
I ride the bus.
I ride the bus.
Ooh, give me a little thumbs up. Let's move on. Here we go. I live in the city.
I live in the city.
My school is near my home.
My school is near my home.
My mom walks with me.
My mom walks with me.
Where do you live?
Where do you live?
Ah, where do you live?
City.
A city. We live in Billings. It's a city, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, readers, I need you to take your finger, please, and point to a place where the author repeated some words that we need to pay attention to for key details. Point to a spot in your text where the author repeats some words. Do you see some? I'm noticing people pointing to certain words. Whisper to your partner some words that the author repeats that they want us to pay attention to. Whisper closely to your partner. Whisper to me. gosh, you're noticing that last page, aren't you, where it says my school and my school. Hey, do you think kids that live in a city have a comfortable with school? So cool. Coming back to me, first graders in 3, 2, 1. First grade, I noticed some people pointing out, I live. I noticed these partners pointing out the author saying, my school is, on both pages. Hey, we're gonna take a little closer look at this text. I need you to do something first though, before we take a closer look. I have a page for you to look at, and it has the text already on it. I do want you to keep your text open though, because some of the questions that it's going to ask us has to do with circling some things that would be in the text. And I don't want you to circle your book, I want you to circle on the page, okay? Listen carefully. Teachers, they might have to scooch their desks to get their pencils. In a second, when I say go, I need you to stand up. Leave your book here. Walk quickly and quietly, grab a pencil, and come right back. Wait, stop. Wait,
You need to leave your book there.
your book.
And then think about this. All of these books, Carter, are on the floor. Should we watch where we're walking? Yes. So put it down, please, Russell, so that none of these accidentally get ripped, and listen for Miss Martin's go. You're gonna need to walk slowly and grab a what, guys? Ready?
Oh my gosh, I see first graders who are doing exactly what we asked. That's amazing.
And then first grade, so that everybody fits at the carpet, when you sit down, you're gonna have to make your body small. And that book is gonna have to go in your lap. Otherwise, we're just not all gonna fit. So make your body small and put it in your lap. Okay?
Friends, go ahead and put your paper inside your book. And I want your paper to be on this page. This page with the light yellow at the top. On the back page, there's a darker yellow. I want you to be on the page with the lighter yellow. Do you see it?
And we'll say, I live here at the top.
Yeah? Oh, wait a minute. You didn't. Oh, okay, I'm like, perfect. Hey, readers, remind me for a minute. What are we learning about today? Finding what? Key details. Key details are very important details in the story. And we're not only looking at finding those, I think we're doing a great job of finding them. Now, we're gonna compare. Our worksheet today is asking us to think about things that are the same and different in the country and the city. So, I want you to take a look at that first page that says, I live here. I want you to look at the yellow text at the top. And I want you to circle 2 things right here on your page. You're gonna circle right on here. 2 key details, 2 important things about living in the country. Circle 2 important things just in this part right here about living in the country. Yeah, you're just gonna go back and read this right here. I live in the country. I live in a house. Not many people live near us.
So find 2 things that it
2
tells you
things.
about the country.
Find 2 things that it tells you about living in the country. Ooh, I noticed some people really looking to circle 2 things about living in the country. Two things about living in the country. Oh, great. Oh, love it. Yes. Uh-huh. Circle two words in the text. Two words. Find two words that tell us about living in the country. Oh, there we go. Readers, come back. In 3, 2, 1. Pencils up. Finding some details just about the country. What's one thing, one important thing that the author wants us to know about living in the country? One important thing. Not many people live near us. There's one. The author wants us, perfect. The author wants us to find two. What's another important thing about living in the country? Say that again. The house. I live in a house. If you just circled house, that's just fine. Hey, those are two important details about living in the country. Now guess what I want you to do? I want you to circle two things, two important things about living in the city. Because we're looking at those two things and comparing. Take a look at the green text at the bottom, or the green box that has the text in it. It starts with, I live in the city. I live in a big building. Lots of people live here. Can you circle two key details about living in the city? Two important details about living in the city. Oh, I like that you circled this full word. That does tell us it's important, doesn't it? What else? You can circle one more thing about the city. First graders, you can certainly chat with your partner if you needed someone to talk to about what you circled. Coming back first grade in 3, 2, 1. What is one important key detail about living in the city? There's lots of people that live here. Hey, was that different than the country text we just circled? How was it different? You just told me one important thing about living in the city was that it said lots of people live here. How is it different than what you circled in the country? How is it different? Oh my gosh, she's right on. She says, the country part says not many people live here. The city says lots of people live here. That's different, isn't it? Ooh, we're comparing. We're looking at things that are different about those key details you found. Hey, what was one more thing about living in the city that might be a key detail or important?
Theo, can you tell us that? They live, can you say that really loud? Big buildings. Big buildings was another thing that was important in it, right? Big buildings.
Readers, was that different than the country text? Do people in the country live in big buildings?
No.
No. Where do people in the country live? Everybody?
In a normal house.
In a house is what it says. Writers, pencils up. There's one very last thing I'd like you to do today. I asked asked you to listen for some words that the author repeated. And you were so good at picking that out. I want you to write the words, just two, because you picked it out at the beginning, on this line right here. What did the author keep repeating over and over and over? I what? Say it again. I live. Oh my gosh, could you write those two words there? Friends, once you are done writing, I want you to be listening for your next instruction from Mrs. Blakely.